I meant to tell you one more thing, man. This is so wonderful what I'm about to tell you. Very vital what I'm about to tell you. My wife, my old, my old sack is gonna want to hear this. Hey, wait till my wife finds out that they were trying to connect with her vein. I'm a man that made all origin or all reality and physics. But wait until they find out they were trying to connect within our origin, like they were finger popping on the people that caused the finger pop. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, oh, the people that caused the finger popping in on her habitation wanted to link with me in the vitalness of the the humanity of their vindictiveness. Wanted to link with me in their vitalness, knowing that I made origins, I was already perfect. So if they had diseases, they would have never tried to link with me a certain type of way. They would have knew to keep their vain reality. Even you remember how the dinosaurs died? Another person says they had to be distinct because I was the only thing that was important, but because their vain reality. And I'm a man, a real starving. They never needed a certain type of situation, but because and I'm the original person that made all the videos. And their vain reality wanted to link with me, like they were the ones that caused the traumatic abrasions to the habitation of martial arts, and they were just trying to link their blows to me so it could affect the empress and her nervous system, that even the main space empress, and she could hear and view this. The other people want to link their habitation to their vitalness, to her origins. They wanted to link to their vein, to, to her consciousness, so she would be infected and die and demoralize herself. And that's when I realized that, I was like, these are people that probably really kill people contracts. These are people that started probably trying to reshape another person's reality that was already wrong. It's one thing when the origin does it, but it's another thing when a person goes and tries to reshape and have a different type of intentions at the time and doesn't keep the honesty because you don't know what it is like to pass on a word of honor or a word of honesty to the next person to know to keep it in the orientation and the order. So these are people that probably got the word mixed up and then caused the wrong thing after a while. Hey, those are people you gotta get rid of. And I had to tell my wife, like, hey, even my wife is the origin, like, hey, babe, hey, 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 babe. Listen, listen to what I'm telling you. Hey, listen to what I'm telling you. Hey, listen to what I'm telling you. These individuals, they actually try to link their vein system to the reason of your receptiveness, to the beginning of your intentions, without you even being able to save your life to have a form of separation. I could have been with the body a certain type of way. They didn't need to know the reason of the habitation a certain type of way. I am the man, the vitalness in life and some, but they didn't need to know certain other things about certain things. That means they were probably killing you or probably caused the murder to one of those empresses that never made it. And then they try to cover it up, trying to figure out her anatomy. And they were just doing it in periodical sequences and paradigm of time, still trying to figure out people's habitation on some real V shit. Remember the television show V? And the next thing you know, the purity of you healing, they wanted to suck away the power because you shouldn't be able to heal or manifest because they wanted to really abuse you. Now, if you are vain, and even my serpentine wife would have took that very seriously, what I'm saying, and she would have been very mad about hearing a situation a certain type of way, and then she would have realized it's just like mental torment. Like you ever seen a snake, and then a person has a snake at a time, and they say, "Oh, snakes are just wonderful." Listen, snakes are just wonderful beings at a time, But it's not only snakes because a person says the harmonical frequency of one's habitation is naturally wonderful. So one thinks about the literal endurance and the encounters of individuals, and actually the little endurance and encounters when it comes to certain individuals, when it comes to habitation, even concerning fulfillment of one's reality. So a person has something so wonderful in their habitation a certain type of way. a person doesn't do bad things because another person doesn't realize their life might depend on something a certain type of way, and if they kind of cause a bad reality when it comes to the reason of the existence, it's like trying to tell a person they shouldn't. That's wrong because the snake already works hard all day on the floor, trying to, trying to live off the, not, trying to, trying to survive off an individual's wrong current, trying to do other things and trying to be wonderful with the right current of his own reality. And people, it's just like having a, you know, having a wonderful current. But if you have, and hey, I'm a person, I don't play around, people. Don't play with me, people. Don't play around with me. But I tell an individual instantly. I already had this. Even before another person went and purchased it and put it outside to put it on the forefront, I already had it before they even purchased it. Another person was wondering why I did that, huh? Yeah, they left the sign for another individual like, oh, something's going on with this guy. So, because of the way I went, bought something and I bought it up here and this is supposed to be winter time. Oh, I would have got to do something like that. Huh? Early preparation. Listen, now think about this. Now a person try to do martial arts and they try to link to the vitalness of a habitation. That, hey, let me tell you how real this is. It's like a person at a time, right? Said, yo, they're like, yo, Ra is real when it comes to his habitation with my wife. And then they probably were like, hey, the nigga Ra from NGR, certain empresses that they got over on the time, he can't remember because other people want to get over on their anatomy and lie to them because they want to put money. And I didn't have to do that because they were my real wives. So how would they manipulate the real empress, another person? But I'm the real situation. I'm the real reality of the habitation. So how would they? Oh, pardon me. I still got a client doing something like that. Because the natural current of the physical reality still got to keep cutting. Now, imagine a person at a time, and this is something I know about myself. Now, imagine a person at a time that tries to fuck up a person's intentions, trying to link with the vitalness of their origin or the vitalness of their, known as also a vein, and then tries to cause like a connection to something that was already going wrong. Should it go wrong all the way, or should it have a space of habitation where something doesn't go wrong? So a person says it's just like a person being a scientific genius and saying that's a lower individual that's not the original man of existence or that created the original origin, like as me myself that did it all. They try to go say, oh, if we can't do it, then we're gonna be a super disease, and then they just let go of some type of fucked up monster of physical reality. A person says Rick and Morty. Yeah, I would say like a Rick and Morty, but a person can't be that stupid. But I would say like something like a Rick and Morty. And then they do something a certain type of way, but because of individuals' intentions, they already want to be a part of individuals' lives a certain type of way. And then the Empress, or even the Serpentine Empress, she walks around, or they walk around, according to their calendar, doing certain things, wondering why they're so malicious and, how can I say this? How can I say this? Vindictive when another person needs to be evaporated or to have a point respiratory or ventilation, and then they try to bring the vindictiveness on them. And then when they're vindictive, say somebody of the astrological tree sleeps another astrological tree, causes some type of other vindictiveness that's even more unsettling for them, that causes their reality to even be a more detrimental habitation to the way they have to handle this situation, and then it be even more stressful because they can't let individuals know a certain thing in their physical reality when they're doing their situation a certain type of way, or when somebody's conducting something for them a certain type of way, at a time, depending on the reality. Because if it's a man that made existence, it's different. But if it's a person that didn't make existence, that's another type of situation, because other people have to know the information to know the reason why, but another person that's causing the situation can't know the information a certain type of way. But what is causing certain things like that? But that's a person that did martial arts or had wrong sexual conduct with people. Probably, hey, let's go see something. And people still having the wrong intention, and then they will have some stuff, the wrong intention, and then they have the wrong sexual conduct with other people. The wrong sexual conduct, people have the wrong intention that they need to stop having the wrong intention and having the wrong sexual conduct for other people when they're not supposed to. What is that telling you? That means if a person is going to lead to violence of the physical reality, what were they doing to the elders? Oh, my God, how did the elders get old? How were they getting sick? So which politician money plans did people have? Must have been a lot of Armageddon war going on, huh? Oh, the elders said, but we were reconditioning this situation. I said, I only, I stashed certain things, gave individuals things that it would never go spoiled. So there was no real reason for reconditioning. When people started, you ever had a guy say, my thing is okay still, but sometimes okay, you ain't gonna work. It feels real good. You want the trade off? And then when he did that, I mean, what? All right, yeah, I can't do that. And the man walks away. Now the man, hey, don't worry about it. Hey, let's go. And then next thing you know, things happen. Nobody's around no more. Nobody's around no more. Because in this situation start going spoiled, there's no ooh, ah, why, type. Then the man says too bad. Because most people, my kids fuck that up. And they're really like, oh, no. So as I was saying and stuff, right? So once my kids did some funny type of situation like that, another individual wondered about situations. And I'm like, hey man, imagine an individual in life at a time that manipulates the physical reality. And then they're wondering about the physical reality. And then a man says, why were they being so vindictive? So imagine somebody doing martial arts trying to get certainty and empathy because they wanted to make their mentality weak. So they wouldn't be able to do the things that they were supposed to do according to their calendar. And that would cause individuals to cause if a person was bored. You ever seen the Charm episode when what's his name? Cole was bored, and then he went to the bar and he was like, hey, what do you want to do? He was like, hey man, you know what I like? A certain type of, you know what I like. And she was like, oh, you like? I'm gonna give you what you like. She jumped on his lap, and she was looking like Liv. She jumped on the guy's lap, and then, Liv is Phoebe, so she jumped on the guy's lap. She won phone. She jumped on the guy's lap and started to wind up because those are Sheba, they turned into rats, but they tried to love the ice galaxies because they try to be on the higher But they tried to learn the form of the gargantuan count, and I made them tell you for that before. But they turn into little high racks in the physical reality, and they be looking like brutal monsters and stuff. But individuals that learn the form of how they was a kid. But and then she's like, she jumps on the guy's lap, and then he was like, yeah, I like when he takes his knife and he stabs her. But she was like a shapeshifter, and he stabbed her, so he killed the vein right there and stuff. Because she was already in a strip club, so that was his excuse. But who placed her there? Somebody could have put it in the funniest situations and stuff. Another individual going over things, going to do certain things. It's just like the early bird gets the worm. But why was the bird wanting to take in the worm? What was it about? What was it about the worm and stuff? But another person says, you don't know, another person doesn't know when they're going crazy a certain type of way because another person is fighting. It's just like two wrong people having sex and their anatomy is clashing at points of reality and then they try to kill each other. So be careful. So I'm a man of refinement, real regardless. It's a difference when a person knows the real reality. They don't gotta worry about funny things when it comes to physics. You know. I'm gonna go inside my house. Don't get murdered doing something. You just don't even know. Oh, I can't. Anyway, but I'm just telling you. So imagine the vein trying to make another vein, or people that try to inject the veins with needles and try to kill individuals in the basement, or being devious, or military operatives that didn't know what they were doing, and then literally tortured somebody to death because of physical reality and because the way they went about it wasted the time of an individual and down to the vitalness of even the intricacy of their social economic education that might expose the physical reality of the government be something funny and that they were leading to because another person probably studied the physics and another person didn't know and then caused that situation. But sometimes it happens naturally. Only God can realize certain other things at certain times. But sometimes it happens another way. Now imagine if a person literally was just trying to pressure point or find like a pressure point of individuals and on top of it trying to really kill individuals' anatomy or some suicidal or terror situation because something that happened to their point of existence and because it happened it can't be fixed. They just the mentality that goes forward in the paradigm of time. Now, a person got to be careful with the individuals of their education because when a man tells you I'm an emperor, you're supposed to give a man really, you have to know your education to know the reason of order. If a person breaks that order, there's a difference. But if you have other people that just mad because they can't handle a situation a certain type of way, and they're causing the situation like they want to be a headless without control without a chick, a headless, a person without a head without a body that causes uncontrollable reactions to the body, now that's another type of situation. Because see me, it's like shifting. It's like putting on a mask or shifting at a time. Another individual doesn't realize what's going on according to the main astrological evidence or however a person wants to do it. Another person's trying to watch something and you're fucking up people's reality, but the way they're doing it, that was never, you gotta watch the things and know what's going on. And then if you have a person that is literally trying to link with the vein or the violence of the origin, that means they were going after the Serpentine Empress itself. So those are people that went after Medusa because Medusa was so real. Even when it's just like you remember, there's a calendar of era that there was air and light, there was stone men, there was there was individuals or how can I say spatial revolvement. I could give it I'm obligated to tell you another type of situation, but I'll say like, I don't want to really tell you a certain thing. So another person, then there was honor and honesty. It was the first, every night, second, Stoneman. Then there was the revolving honesty. Then there was uh, uh, the the fly high. Then there was the origin of the vitalness, and then there was a certain type of way, and then there was the miracle. Then there was mushu, and there was a regard, and then there was inner sacredcy at a time. Different parts. But I'm just gonna say this like this: imagine an individual at a time that goes and says, "Hey, Medusa is too much. She's doing too. She's too much out of her hand. She's turning your people into stone because certain things has happened. Get rid of Medusa. They wanted to go after Medusa during the time of the. I'm like, what do they want after Medusa for? Medusa really have a reality because what they say my other wife did to her because the type of habitation Medusa is. So Medusa, she said Medusa was too pretty a certain type of way. Medusa needs to humble herself because she can't have Medusa acting a certain type of way. So she did something to Medusa so Medusa would deal with it. Medusa started walking around with serpents on her head and just freezing niggas turning them into stones. People like, what the fuck is with that bitch turning people into pillars of fucking breaking type of shit. Can get pussy getting frozen, running up on this bitch trying to creep up in her pussy getting frozen and shit. Now you gotta get rid of that. They're like, let's do it too much. They went after Medusa. They tried to take off her head. I said, oh, niggas is going after Medusa? I said, wow. Nah, I can't let that happen. They're like, why? Because Medusa's a little different from everybody. Even though my wife did that to her, she's a little different. Why would she react like that? My wife is a person that is in place, so when my wife does something, I don't want to link it back to my wife's magic a certain type of way, and then people try to figure out why that reaction is happening a certain type of way. If they don't really know what's going on with Medusa, let me just go get Medusa and tell her that she gotta go. Medusa, you can't be around there, you gotta go. But listen, Medusa, go hang out with this chick named H.A. and live. Go hang out with this girl named Sheba. I had to give her a rundown of girls that she had to stay away from and don't let them know what you look like. And don't let them be a part of your habitation. They're going to try to frame you in the future and it's going to make your life uncomfortable and you're not going to be able to live a certain type of way. And then people are going to probably try to leave you stranded in certain places so they can see your reaction because they're things that they want to take advantage of. And then people that are born at the time or want to take advantage of the physical. Don't do it, Medusa. You got to go somewhere else. People was wondering why so and so. And then when Medusa started, Medusa had people when you do that started getting crazy to change. I had handled the situation, but Medusa, she was too much. I couldn't let it because you guys know what my wife was about. And then when my wife told me, I'm like, dude, bitch. She's like, I know. She's like, I know, but look at this. Oh, this don't work on you. No, man. Don't ever do that again. But what were you going to say? And she's like, oh, shit. And then she was a little fearful of what happened, but I still had to save my life. So, and then a person said, and when I seen her, I loved her so much because Medusa is wonderful. I love her so much that, I let her go free and such. I let her go free a certain type of way according to her situation, a certain type of way where she would have been okay in her habitation to her originality, but other people wanted to know the reason of her acknowledgement of the high points of an individual value, that she would be literally, she would be more than detrimental to their reality and to their, how can I say, to their foundation of the reason of the force of a certain type of orientation. So, I was very serious when it came to Medusa, but she wasn't a part of the orientation because the orientation was a higher level, but she was a part of an order that is of orientation of another level or different astrological calendar. One is complete, one learns the reason of one's refinement of one's knowledge of one's of education. And Medusa was a person when she took off her hat and she looked at you, it's just like even the strength of her hair would literally get at you a certain type of way. Like she would freeze. Whoa, shit. Medusa the type of person who just comes lash her head at you. And she just got you. Back then, I used to, when she used to do that, I used to be like, yo, I'm gonna make a style just for you a certain type of way. And then people wouldn't know the difference. I just wrap my hair a certain type of way, long ponytail, crunch up niggas. And this keep moving. Yeah, that was nice. Yeah, no idea. But another person didn't know, so another person was targeting her vitamins to her origin of her habitation, and they were doing it on purpose. And then you had people that wasn't even like her a certain way, even though they had habitation, that was trying to learn the reason of her honor of her honor of of the order to even to try to discredit her like there was some world book Guinness records in it. She couldn't have that. Her art was precise when it came to the physical ideas. When she showed you something a certain type of way, there was no getting back from that. And if you did wrong, and you had to be a part of her period if she wanted to do something. But anyway, we're not gonna speak about that though. But when you have vindictive females that don't know nothing, running around saying the wrong things, they already cause like, it's just like if Medusa's skin was peeling because, say, she was serpentine or she was refining and her skin was peeling that was never supposed to. Say she got to a point where, say Medusa even learned the golden body or iron body, and she got to a point where her skin didn't even peel because of her habitation and really how she was natural. Even when it came to her little education and her militants, and then her peeling at a time and causing slackness and all that, who was causing that in physical reality? So who was trying to deteriorate her habitation of her old order that was trying to like, say they were going after her skin. Who was going after her natural habitation, trying to pick up after her skin? Who was trying to pick up the natural habitation, going after her skin a certain type of way, like they were trying to get attributes. And then on top of it, would have been a real danger because she would have to handle the physical situation because of the order of she was a part of, even when it comes to the astrological trees and stars. And then on top of it, having to handle individuals in the physical reality. So a person would do that. That means they were violating more than the astrological tree of hers. They were violating other astrological tree and habitations of consecration. If Medusa passed on the ground a certain type of way, it was a consecration. You couldn't do certain things because if she let herself be more, how can I say, metamorphosized, it's just like a person being a literal habitation and really doing something. So she did something, the person walked on the ground and did something or tried to violate that consecration of that ground, you'd have to be put to death instantly. Depending if they're me, they can't do that to me. It's because I'm the beginning of the reason of all education. So it would have to be anybody that was a continuance of the habitation. They have to be put to death instantly for doing wrong. They do something wrong, a certain type of way, depending. Because another person doesn't know another person's regimen of the reason of order and individuals that literally humbled themselves and that was even put away a certain type of way because they just didn't want people to know about certain other things. So, if a person did it wrong, so imagine if you have these young, little sassy, stink little fucking slithering, deceitful, vindictive, viral chicks sinfulness that just want to fuck up and try to get attributes of certain things and then sharing it with people, giving away the habit of the. And remember, Medusa's body was also like a natural covering that she shed. So trying to give away people covering, that's something that has to be collected and taken care of to the highest acknowledgement. That was it was like looking. You might as well like if Medusa was around. If anybody ever heard you thinking about looking for the golden fleece at the time, and you started speaking cryptically, speaking about looking for the golden, you would get murdered instantly. I don't give a fuck even if you're in international security. That's like going after international security. Aren't they covered? Stupid. That's like, that a person, pick that up. So that's it. Have a wonderful life, man. You know, my wife that did that to Medusa, Medusa should know who I am because I'm the little existence in the head of all astrological trees. And also the education, the educated, all social economics. From the beginning to all the way to the future already. Love one. Don't fine tune the situation. Like what? I refine what I want to refine, how I want to refine it, when I want to refine it.